Okay. This is BTC chart. Okay. So when I start giving signals, what I'm going to be doing is using this trend line. There are different ways I'm going to be using, going with it. Is that I use the horizontal line as entry. When you see a green means entry. And when you see a red, let me just duplicate it. When you see a red, red means target. Now, this is one method, entry and target. This other method, the other method is me using the what's it called? Is me using the prediction tool, and that is by giving you entry. You see, I think this is actually much better. You see the entry and the target, and then your stop loss. Now, look at here. If you look at this side of the window, the side of the chart, you see this green line, this deep one. This one means the target. This is the current market price. This is the target. This is the gray one is the entry, and the red one is your stop loss. Okay. Let me repeat again. The upper one, this deep, more like an army green color, because if I click here, you won't be seeing this percentage. This is how you get to know. Here is my target. Here is the current market price. This gray number is the entry, and this red number is the stop loss. Now, let's say the reason why I'm saying that is, let's say I put the new entry close to the current market price. You see, everything is actually aligned right now. So this is how you get to know. This is your stop loss. This is your entry. This is the current market price. This is the target. Sometimes the target might just, let's say, 2% or 3%. This is what you're going to be saying. Entry, the gray one is entry. The red one is stop loss. This is the current market price, and this is the target. Okay, it applies. I think this is actually the best way to do it. I'm going to be using this. But sometimes I might just call the entry. When you let me type it on the group. Type it on the group. So when you get I'm typing it right now. You're going to do when you see SL, when you see T or TP, means entry. It means target one. It might be T1 or TP1. That is target one. When you see SL, that means stop loss. When you see E means entry. So those are the meaning of if I will not be dropping picture chart. Probably the network is poor or something like that. I'll probably just type it on the screen and you see it. And when you see it like that, those are the targets. You might see targets 1, 2, 3, 4, T1, T2, T3, or TP1, TP2, T3, or like that. So that's the meaning. So, and that aside, that's on the chart. Now, for those that are not good with trading, that doesn't really know how to pick trades, now you need to fund your Binance account. If you don't have a Binance account, I'm going to drop a link for you to open. That's bit/Binance. So for those that do not have a Binance account, you can use that. So for you to, if you want to place an entry, now I always many people use market. Look at this right-hand side of the chart. Many people use markets. And when you use markets means it's going to buy at, like if I click on market right now, it's going to buy at any of these prices. What you're seeing here, 47,563. It's going to buy at those entries. Those are going. It can be either higher or lower. That means it might either favor you or not. And most those people that actually use bot buys at market. Okay, it doesn't use limit buy. So when you start, if you want to buy exactly at the, probably you think you're too late to the market, and you feel like the chart is actually still going to go up. you can just use market chart to buy. Market to buy automatically at the market price. Once you buy at the market price, shoot. If it goes up, then you'll be in profit. If it goes down, you're going to be at loss. That's on you. I hope you know how to use Ishimoku, what's called Bollinger Band. I made a video about that on YouTube. You can check it out. So this is how to, if you want to place at exact market price, you can use this. If you want to place at limit, that means limit allow you to enter the price you want to place. I can decide to buy at for when Bitcoin jumps to $46,534,000, you should buy, and I can enter the amount I want to buy, probably one Bitcoin, or you can just drag this to the percentage. It will be showing the total in dollars you're going to be buying. That is if you're trading against Bitcoin. At times it might be trades against Bitcoin or trade against USDT. So you can just place your entry like that. Okay. Okay, I hope you understand. Do you get me? Are you hearing me? If you cannot hear me, yeah.
I can hear you.
Okay, good. So that is how to place your trade. Either you use limit or use market. Now, if I drop a signal, very important. Whenever I drop a signal and you see the signal, check the market, check your chart. Let's say I place an entry at, and I did a signal that entry is at here. Entry is at 45. Let's say I place a signal that entry is at 46, and my stop loss is at here in case market reverse. If you let me go to a negative chart. Like let's say I placed my signal like because I expect it to hit. My entry is here. This is my target, and this is my stop loss. Let me zoom out. This is on the daily time frame. If I place my entry here, and you came into the market when the market is already here, probably you saw the signal call when the market is already here. The best thing is for you to ignore the signal. Don't just jump into it. Ignore the signal. Wait for another one. That's very, very important, because if you go and FOMO and jump into the signal and you're expecting to go up, you might have done the target and start reversing. That is very, very important. So if you are late to a signal call, the best thing is just to ignore. Don't take the trade. Wait for another opportunity. This is very important. So if you're late to a call, ignore it. Except if you're late and you come to the market and the market is still either below the called entry, either the price is below the called entry or it's just around the called entry, you might still enter. But if it has already gone up, I would not advise you to FOMO, except you know how to FOMO. There's a way to FOMO with strategy. Okay, my paid members know that there's a way to FOMO with strategy, with a very better strategy anyway. Okay, but if you don't know how to FOMO with very good strategy, don't FOMO. Just let it go. Wait for another call. Okay. Okay, that's that. And how to take your profit. Now you are already in trade, right? You already placed your trade. You want to take your profit. That is when you use your sell tab. Using your sell tab, what do you get to use? That's where I normally use OCO. What does OCO mean? OCO allow you to, on spot trade, right? OCO allow you to place your targets. Let's say I'm already in it. I entered here. Let's say I entered here, and my target is here. My stop loss is here, and this is my target for. Because I entered it, I'm already in profit of about. I'm already for about 4%. Now the target. Now the trade call I'm going to be doing is my target is at 3%. It can go beyond 3%, but once you see 3% profit, start protecting your profits. Okay, once you see 3%, start protecting your profits. The target is actually to make at least 3% daily. That's the goal. If you're making at least 3% trade daily on, let's say, $100,000 investment accumulatively, you're accumulating your profits and you're making 3% profit daily. That should give you close to about $20,000 in about 185 days. That's it. More like about half a year. So if you can actually accumulate your trades, accumulate your profits, and do your trades like that, it is possible to make that amount with just a little amount of money. That is accumulation of your profits. Okay, it's not that you make trade. I think we started the challenge on my group, and everybody has been making their good profit, right? But some are actually spend their profit already anyway. Somebody told me about that anyway. Just okay. So if you're already in profit and you already realize you are in about 2.5 to 3% profit, you're right. The best thing I would advise you to do is use OCO. What you do with OCO is you sell the target. OCO, in this price, you enter the target. That is, I'm going to enter 49,000, 49,231, right? That's my target, right? 49,231. Then stop loss. You know, I entered here, that is, I'm already in profit. My stop loss is going to be below this current market price. The current market price is 47,700. My stop loss, my stop. This is the stop. This one is stop cheap. This one triggers. This is the major stop loss. This one triggers. This one is the limit stop loss. This one triggers. So I'm going to place my stop loss to around 47,400. That is, if Bitcoin start dumping back and it hits 47,481, it should trigger to sell. And if it now keep dropping and drop down to 47,384, it should sell. That is, I'm going to take my profits. You remember my entry is at what? 45,355. So I'm already in profit. And you can enter, probably you want to sell 100% of it, you want to sell 200% of it, you want to sell 300, or you want to sell 10% or 15% of it. You can now start to drag and sell. You get. That is how to use your trade. And normally I use go till cancel. That is, it is all your trade is going to be open until you cancel it yourself. Then you can place yourself. Okay, that is how to play. So if you're going to be taking these signals, I would advise you to have at least $100 in your spot trading account, at least $100 for you to try it out and see what you can actually achieve. Now, I said, if you miss entry, don't forget to just forget about it. If you have already missed entry, stop FOMOing. FOMO can be good sometimes, but if you get too greedy, you're going to get to lose almost all your funds, or you get trapped. Mostly in spot trade, you get trapped. So that is it. Do you have any question, please? Let me know if you have any question. Is there any question?
Hello. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, do you have any question? Yeah, I can hear you.
I just want to get clarification. So basically, say for example, you want to buy. Okay, so you first place the trade in the buy tab. Is that okay? Yeah. So you specify the amount, that is the first use limit order, and then you specify the quantity you want to buy. Is that okay? So that's the first step.
Yeah.
Right? So if you want to set your stop loss and then your target, you go to the sell tab. Is that okay?
Yeah. That is already when you're wait, sorry, please let me explain something before.
Okay.
Now, this is when you're in before you go forward, this is when you're in profit already. That is when you use OCO. But when you want to you don't want to, okay, in case manipulation can occur anytime. Now you want to, like what happened here this week, which is very dangerous. Manipulation can occur anytime. So the best thing for you to do is also to place your stop loss. Sometimes it's best for you to just close that loss and use the opportunity to buy again at the dip. So if you want to place your stop loss, right, with that, not using OCO now, that's when you use stop limit. When you're already in profit is when you use OCO. But when that is when I use, let me put it like, when you're already in profit, I use OCO to trade my profit. But you can also use stop limit to trade your profit. But when you're not in profit, then it's best for you to use the limit. Or you can even use market order, market stop. That is, you're saying if the market drops, if the price drops to around 43,480 or market, you enter the market price actually. What's going on? Oh, sorry, you can't. It's limits, Jerry. With limits, they enter the trigger price. That is, if it gets to 44,355, it should triggers. And when it gets to 43,480 or 5 something, it should sell. That is, when it gets to this price, it should trigger. That's when it should trigger your trade. And when it gets here, it should sell off. Then you enter the amount you want to sell. If you want to sell 100% or probably 50% of it, you can sell it. Okay, so that is how to place that trade for sell. Okay, sorry, back to your question now. I forgot to explain that. That is how to enter this stop loss. This stop loss you're saying. But when you're already in profit, then it's best for you to use OCO to enter to place your target and also to trail your profit, protect your profit. So when I said, whenever you hear me say protect your profit, this is what I mean by protect your profit. place your target, then protect whatever you put a stop loss below the current market price. That is you protecting your profit. So in case the market reverses, then you're going to be in profit. At least you'll know you make some profit. So back to your question. Sorry for cutting him. Yeah, back to your question. Any question, please?
Sorry, please. So if with what you just said now, I only use OCO when I'm already in profit, yes. And then if I want to set my stop loss while the trade is either in profit or not in profit, that's when I use stop limit. Is that correct? So
Yeah.
stop limit is irrespective of whether I'm in profit or not.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
I didn't get that.
Stop limit is irrespective of.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
you can use it.
And let me see. Could you please?
Yeah.
You said what?
Go on. You can use it either you're in profit or not.
Okay, but then it only sets stop loss, correct?
Yeah, it's only sets stop loss. Good.
Okay, yeah. But in the case of OCO, the price tab you have there now sets your target actually.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I think I get it now. Okay.
It sets your target. Your stop makes from your stop downward is where your stop loss is. The same thing you have in stop limit is now what you have below. The price is just a target. Then the stop is where you actually get to trade your profit. It's best for you to. It's going to trigger even if you place it above the current market price. It might not sell. It will actually the price needs to be below the current market price. Then it is best for your limit price to be below your stop price, because if your limit price is above your stop price, then that is, you're saying if the market drops down and go back upward, if it drops down and goes back upward, that is when it should sell. But it's best for you, like if it drops and keep going down, then it should sell. Not like when it drops and it goes back upward.
Okay, I think that makes sense. Thank you. I think I get it.
Do you get it?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Any other question? Another question? Any other question, please? Let me know.
Please, I have a question. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Please go. Shoot.
Okay, sorry. Why?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Why wouldn't you use the same value for the stop and the limit?
Sometimes when you use the same value for stop and limit, it gets triggers, but it will not execute. This is from experience. And so most times it is best for you to have about $100 or $200 difference, because most times if it's too fast, because if the market is dumping very fast, it will trigger and not sell. So it is best for you to actually give a margin between them. I've experienced this a lot of times, that I will actually place trades and it will trigger. And I was supposed to be probably very good profit about up to like 200, 300%. And I do that in the future self. And stuff like that just happen, and it will just trigger, it won't execute. It happens on BitMEX, it happens on Binance, a lot on Binance. Especially when the liquidity of that token is very small and the price margin is really manipulating the market at that moment. It doesn't. So it's best for you to have at least, let's say, $500 margin between your stop and your limits.
Okay.
But if you want it to trigger immediately, just use markets.
Okay, I get that. But is the OCO function available on the app or just on the website?
It's available on the app too. Yeah, it's both on the app and the web. I normally don't use app to trade.
Okay.
I don't use app to trade. I'm used to web.
Okay, sorry, please, can you just re-explain the OCO? Because I don't really get the difference between the
Another question.
limit and the OCO. Hello?
Difference between the limit and the OCO. Okay, for the last time,
yes.
The OCO allows you to place your targets. OCO allows you to place targets. You can see we have this, where this price you see is where you place your targets. This, if you have limits, if it's just stop limit, it will only show you, it will only allow you to place stop loss. OCO allow you to place your both your target and your stop loss at the same time. That's what OTO does. It allows you to place your target and your stop loss at the same time.
To what? Sorry, to what advantage? Why do I need to
Okay,
both
so
the target
and
and the limit at the same time? I thought the limit is like more like the target
now
as well.
now in case, let's say in case you place it, you have an entry and you want to place your target, like you're feeling this price, you want if the price gets to this, let's say, okay, look at the chart right now. I have an entry here, right? I have an entry here. And I'm saying if the price gets to the previous high in the last month, it should take profit for me. Now the price is already here. The price is already here, right? Now I'm saying if in case the price did not hit here, then stop loss, it should trigger. If the price did not hit this point, and the price start reversing, then I will take my profit early enough. That is, if that's when your stop loss gets activated. So if now start having a red candle to the downside, right? Let's say we start having a red candle, you take your profits. Now that can give you another opportunity to say you want to enter again at this point. Now, but if the price did not reverse but keep going upward and it hits here, then it's going to take your target and take your profits for you. It will eat your target. The price eventually is not reverse and keep going to eat your target. Now, like I always say, don't be greedy. There are sometimes your price will actually get reversed, hit your stop loss, it will take your profit, and now start going back upward again. The fact is you're still in profit. Don't get greedy. You can't. There's as long as you're in the market, there are always opportunities. That is very important. Like, don't get greedy. Controlling your emotion is very, very important. Do you understand?
Yes. Thank you very much.
Okay. Any other question, please? Do you have any other question before we end the session? And let me see.
No.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Let me make tonight's call. I think it's already late. I was supposed to call it earlier, but I've been busy. But the night's call is going to be on Sol. And let me show you why I'm going to be calling Sol. That's Solana. It's already on 16% already anyway, but you can still make some good profit out of it. It's already broken out, yeah. Okay. It's broken out already. I have it placed on. I already have an entry here in case I was waiting here, in case it dumps to this region, it should pick up, but it did not dump to this way. I already bought some here. I'm waiting to buy again here. Okay, that's what I did here. So it did not eat here and it's already reversing back upward. Now on my Sol, I'm going to be placing an entry. This is actually my target. This is my first target. This is 167. This was my initial target. So I feel it's already late right now. I think it's already late right now to place on the trade. This is the target. Actually, you can still take this short-term target if you want to. You can place your entry at 161 and take your profit. That's going to be 6% profit. You can actually still take the trade. My target is actually around here. Yeah, that's going to be about 5.2% profit. That's my first target. And your stop loss will be around 151. That'll be going to be a stop loss. Please remember, this is only this. I'm doing this. This is a risky trade. Is a FOMO trade, but it's on spot. Now you have it around here. This is my first target. My second target is here. That's 191. That's my second target for Solana for the next. It's going to take some days actually, but for today, my daily target is actually at 170, around 170 right now, 170, 169. So if you want to place the trade right now, you can do the same thing and place your trade. right? That is your entry is 161, your stop loss is 154. Stop loss is 154. Your target is 169.88 or thereabout. So, and this is going to give you about 5.4% profit on whatever you put. If you put $1,000, you're going to make 5.4% in that trade. So, if you enter when I started this trade right now, you should have been. When I started this analysis, you have been about 0.1% profit share. That is if you enter. So if it gets to each target, that's about $5. Yeah, let's say 5% share. So that's my first target today. I'm going to have to do some analysis and check the charts and place the trade for you. I'm going to drop this video on the Telegram channel in case you want to watch it again. So thank you for joining. Since we don't have any other question, that is going to be that for tonight. I hope you get to understand it. If you have any questions, you can still drop it in the group. Okay. Thank you all for joining, and do have an amazing night. And don't forget to trade smartly. Okay. Don't forget to trade smart. Yeah. Good night.
Good night. Thank you very much.